Conversations with Cliff. I'm a free-thinking spiritual beast. We can keep it ratchet or classy. I'm here for the conversation.
That is funny.
Yeah,
So we kind of touched on the stigma in the military for individuals. For my career, I didn't start going to therapy till it was almost over, and I kind of regret it. And because I was, I grew up in the military under that impression we don't go to mental health. Hell, I barely went to sick call. And, I'm dealing with that now.
Oh, I know you. Tough guy.
Yeah, and it being dumb, it's just, I know the stigma is still around there, but is it really affecting, are people getting pulled from certain positions because, they went to behavioral health, they went to see a therapist?
It's not.
Okay.
It's all here. It's all here.
Mental.
It's all there. It's their mentality. Yeah, it's the mentality. It's the mentality of that younger generation. It's not happening. And I try to, in counseling, we're not able to tell them the facts because you have to kind of cater to their feelings because it's more of it's a mental, you're there in a mental capacity. But sometimes I just want to tell them hey, this is not what it is. They can't do that. They can't even see your medical records. What we're talking about is confidential. So, but here they think that that, but that's all it is. Even back then with you or with me, there's no way they can pull me out of a position because I went to mental health. They wouldn't even know if I went to mental health. But at the time we don't know those things and we let that control us.
Right. Yep. It was definitely controlling because I'm I know I was jacked up after my first deployment and I'm nope, I'm cool. Nope, I'm gonna just go to Thursday.
I want to get promoted. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
We trying to stay on that path to, to the path to greatness. And, at the end of the day, I tell everybody and I tell my clients now, and because I got more insight, I'm just hey, you can't grow old in the uniform. You have to take it off one day. You could do great. You can have a great career. I've had a great career. I could stay in if I want to, but nah, at some point, you're going to have to take the uniform off. And I'm choosing to take mine off now. And you're going to be at this point one day. So you got to make sure the things that you do now are, productive for you after you take that uniform off, because it's going to happen. It's inevitable.
Yeah. And I think a lot of people don't realize that they, young in the military, and I got tomorrow, I got next year, I got 5 years. Mm-hmm. Oh, it's going to be over in a week. Anything can happen. It's a wrap. Now, what are you going to do?
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah. So what nuggets are you passing on? Because I know you're a wealth of knowledge. Like I keep saying, I've watched you pass on jewels. What are you teaching the generation that's coming behind you about mental agility and mental health?
So this was a big one. So what I was thinking when I saw that question, man, I'm just this generation of social media and all this bullying and all this stuff. I have two boys. I have a 21-year-old and I have a 16-year-old, and I'm just looking at I listen to music. I listen to some of the music, and I'm listening to the new little Summer Walker album. You know what I'm saying? And for boys nowadays, even men, I try to pass on to my boys to be mentally strong, because this generation, they're emotionally detached. They are ruthless. You have to be mentally strong. I'm serious. You have to be mentally strong, because if not, they will eat you alive. And nobody cares about, people are not caring. They're not, I watch the news and I just listen and I just look at all the things going on around me. And I just try to teach my kids to hey, be mentally strong. Don't let all these little small things, all the things people say on social media and just bullying in school. And just I try to teach them just keep your mind strong, because if you let those little small things bother you, you're done. You're done. Emotionally, you are done, because this generation don't care.
No, they're ruthless. It's like your best friend. Uh-oh, did I lose her?
Camera back. Okay. Yeah, I was saying these young kids right now, they're they're emotionally disconnected. They don't care about each other. Everybody is out for self.
Right.
They are just, they're ruthless. Like when I was, I told you I was raised in a rough house. My mama used to beat the crap out of us. She was really, really, she was like no holds barred, real disciplined.
Yeah.
But there was still love there, and like
Yeah.
we was raised tough. But
Yeah.
like these kids, this is on a different level. They expect everything to be given to them.
Oh man,
They're so emotionally detached, but then they so soft at the same time. It's just like, what
trying
the
to understand
hell?
it. Like
I'm
you
trying to
not going.
understand.
Yeah, like you're not going through half of what I went through. Not even a quarter. Like, why are you so emotional? And I'm trying to
Exactly.
impart that thing like mental health in my sons because they're going through. They're part of the same generation where their best friend will record them and put them on video, put them on social media to go viral and embarrass them. In their mind, their whole little life is ruined.
Yes,
And I'm like,
absolutely.
that's social media. Like, don't nobody care about that. That'll be
Don't
over.
nobody care.
It'll
One
be
of the
over.
one of the kids at my son's school in Korea. Well, we just left Korea and we were there
Yeah.
for 3 years. And one of the little boys at his school committed suicide about like last week. And I'm thinking, 16 years old, like, what could have possibly been the problem? And I know it
Right.
was like some petty,
Yeah.
something so simple, like you got your whole life ahead of you. So like I just try to teach my kids, like mentally, you got to be strong because the things that you are worried about now, you got to think about these things like 10 years from now, you'll be like, really? Was I really concerned about that stupid like that is so it's so minute. And to them, it's like they turn a mole into a mountain hill and they just don't understand. But that's how you prepare them though, by, making sure they're mentally strong because, and it's hard to instill it in a generation like this. I don't know.
It is.
What I don't know what the difference is.
It is. I mean, they just wasn't raised like we were. And like, we both have boys. I want to be tough on my boys, but then I got to remember they're not.
You can't.
Yeah, they just, one of my sons just gets super emotional anytime I say anything to him. Like, I'm talking to him at this level. I'm not yelling. I'm just like, hey, son, I need.
Oh, mine too.
Like, we're getting.
How old are your boys?
This one's 12, 13. Shoot, excuse me. Just turned 13. Like, he get emotional. Like,
yeah, mine too.
Son, what is wrong with you? I'm just talking to you.
Mine
I don't
too.
understand. So it's just,
mine too.
It amazes me what we've been through, and then becoming a parent, and then playing it all in reverse, trying to correct the wrongs that we went through, and then dealing with life as a whole. Like, mentally, I'm drained some days.
But oh, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
What do you do to, like, outside of work, outside of the family? What do you do for your mental health?
For my mental health, what I do is work out. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Hit the gym. I hit the gym.
Yeah.
That's like that's my outlet. I'm gonna go to the gym in a minute. But what I was gonna add to your thing, I was talking to one of my parents the other day because he was explaining to me, he was like, my dad didn't do anything for me and my kids are ungrateful, and just telling me like all these things his dad used to do to him. And, like as therapists, we're allowed to disclose whatever we want to our clients to make them feel, just to kind of get them to open up to us. But one of the things that I explained to him, because I think we, and even you, because I'm listening to you talk, what we don't understand is that doesn't make us a better parent. Like, just because, and this is what I told him. I said, just because your dad just because you do more for your children than what your dad did for you, that doesn't make you a better dad, because your kids are in a different time, a different generation. They need different things from you. True. I said, so like, you have to understand, like, just because my mom used to beat the crap out of me and I didn't beat the crap out of my kids, it doesn't make me a better mom than my mother, because we're dealing with different children. And I think we all have to like change our thinking process, because if I were to do the things to my kids that my mom did to me, I probably I'd be a horrible mother. You know, I would be a horrible mother, but that doesn't make me a better mother because I didn't do those things to them. It's just that we're raising different children in a different generation, and
Right.
you just have to grow with the times. It's just hard.
Yeah.
You learn from your life, and then you just learn from experience.
Yep.
But
No, I
that's
agree.
what I had to tell him.
Yeah, I agree because it's definitely a different time. Just everything in general is different. Like, I want to go back 10, 15 years and take everything I know now and just go back 15 and just start over.
Yeah.
Do it all different because
I wish everything I knew now I could just go back 10 years and know it.
Yeah, just be there, just like, man, I just be walking around smiling like, bro, you can't do nothing. Like, there's nothing you can say.
Absolutely.
I'm Gucci. It's just wild, man. I appreciate you coming on with me today, and I hope we can do this again. My last question to you.
Yes.
When are you gonna hit that stage again?
Never.
You're killing me.
Are you watching the news? Did you see what happened? Did you just see?
I did, so man. Rest in peace. Yeah.
Absolutely. Sean Roden. And it's just like unhealthy all around. When I was doing it, I thought it was really cool and it was good. And I never, like, fortunately for me, I never took any PEDs. I didn't have to because I have good genetics. But like, for me, it's just even the whole lifestyle. It's just much. It's a lot. It's a lot.
Yeah.
The obsession. It's too much.
Mentally,
too much.
It's a mental battle every day. And I'm dealing with it now because I was taking creatine and testosterone boost and it jacked me up because I didn't know better, but I was obsessed with trying to
look a certain way. Yes.
And so I get
I'm over it.
Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah. So
I like my little size now. I'm 135 pounds. I'm good. I'm slim. This is good for me. And I don't even now. Just even when I look back at my pictures, like I was like. I don't think I looked good. Like back then I was like, oh, I look good. But like looking at it now, I'm just like, I look a little sick.
Yeah.
So no more stage for me.
That's terrible, man. You gotta start coaching or something. Like, we need you out here. Like, I'm telling you, you have many people that watch. Like, I ain't even talking social media. I'm just in general. People are watching, like, they want that energy from you. So if you're not gonna hit the stage, like, we got to get the coaching back cracking something. Like,
All right. It's good talking to you, Cliff.
Likewise, Monica. I appreciate you joining episode of Conversation.
Anytime.
We're gonna do this again. We're gonna do it soon. I'm gonna try to get you on with some other people because they need you. They need to hear your voice. They need to hear your wisdom. So we're gonna tap in and get with you. I appreciate you joining me.
All right. Have a good day.
You too. Peace.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening. This has been an A2I Media production.